What is the best one line to get a girl to notice you? Or does European girl prefer something else to get her attention? Your shiny shoes?
See,
No.
I knew there's gonna be something about shoes. I just knew it.
It's like a joke, right? You have to be, it's not only about shoes, okay? You have to dress nice, of course. Your hair needs to be, nice. And, guys don't have to shave now, right? Like,
Oh, it's trimmed. I mean, if you go on this whole lumbersexual look, at least trim your beard.
It's attractive if you have a beard now, right?
Yeah, so basically, as far as, before you get to your pickup line, your looks will give the first impressions. So I guess your pickup line is not as important, not very important what you say. I mean, just hi will do it. You don't have to, go overly creative. Especially with those pickup lines, they do sound cheesy in many cases, and you can't go wrong with them. So it's just hi, how are you? Is just fine to start with. From Ducati, for a person who will be visiting Ukraine for the first time, what's the deal with smiling culture? If you smile, does it show a sign of stupidity? Yeah, there is an expression
depends where you
smiling with no reason is a sign of an idiot.
Wow, that's a good translation. It depends on the situation. If you're on a date, you go and date her and you smile, I think it's a good thing.
It's a
no
good
smiles,
thing.
not a lot of smiles there.
It's actual benefit of a foreign guys that they do smile a lot, and women like it. They're tired of seeing the same grumpy faces all day. They're surrounded by stress and depression daily, so seeing somebody smile a face actually cheers them up. So it's a good thing. It's actually one of the features, that stands out the most about foreign people and foreign men, in general. So definitely, guys, use it to your advantage.
Yeah, if you look at American old pictures and everybody's smiling, and if you look in the Russian pictures, like in grandma's album, nobody smiled. So what a hard life we had back there, nobody's smiling.
Yeah, and it's not because people don't have a sense of humor, or they just, there's something wrong with them. It's just, plus people are more reserved. Hard life, and people are more reserved. There's a lot of reason for that. It's a lot of it is just historically, genetically, throughout centuries and generations. But again, if you smile at a woman, I'm sure she will smile back at you.
Yeah. From Ryan, average IQ is higher in Europe than America. Go get that smart, beautiful wife. Yay! Yay! They're really smart guys. Yes, they all go to university. It's like must there. So after school, we don't have any time to think. We go straight to college or university, mostly university. If you don't have university, you cannot even get any good job. At least even in reception in hotel, probably you have to have university.
Yeah, because most of the people have college degrees. They're really not valuable. So it's probably 80% of the population have college degrees. So you can imagine it doesn't hold any value to it. All employers expecting some work experience. Not sure where you get it from,
Because it's free education there too.
Yeah, so that's why it's free. That's why everybody's going to college.
Or affordable.
Guys go to college so they don't have to serve in the army.
And it's not voluntarily. You
must. It's a draft.
Like
you have no choice.
Israel too. In Israel, actually, girls have to go too. Oh God.
You guys, if you have any questions, here's Dina's back. If you want her to judge your shoes.
No, not anymore.
Well, that's it? You're done with shoe judging?
Yeah, I didn't up very good last time, but...
Hello guys, my name is Anna and we are in Odessa. Paul met his wonderful lady in Odessa, and today he's with us to tell a little bit about his story, about how he met her and how long actually it took to meet the woman. Tell us the story. I want you to tell the short story, the short version of all the story.
Okay, this is my 11th trip to Ukraine. I went 3 tours. 2 Euro Club, and but on my 7th trip, I met my beloved Anya, and very happy.
Yes, she's a wonderful woman, and I'm really happy for you because I know you
Yes.
since I started to work in AFA.
I know.
Yeah, that was the long story, but I'm really happy for you.
I was looking for the real thing. I am sort of romantic, and it would be love or nothing. I was not looking for a marriage of convenience. So, I met a number of women along the way, but I was waiting for the right one. We all want to love and to be loved.
Yes, and you finally have her.
I had to go through, tours and Euro clubs and, date many, women, but she, on the very first date, jackpot.
Jackpot. It was just a click. It was just the feeling, right?
Yes. Well, she told me she knew instantly. Me, it takes me longer to warm up, but by the time I left, that first trip where I met her, we agreed to have, mutually exclusive relationship, and at that point, it has all worked very well. We discuss things, maybe sometimes sleep over it to think, but always, deal with it as, calm fashion. We can communicate every day, have video chat, and so it works very well. And, one thing I would add, to the guys out there, when I first came to Ukraine, many of the men, they would focus only on the women that speak English, for obvious reasons.
Yes.
But now that it is so much easier with Viber, do not discount the women who do not speak English. If they are really interested in you, they will learn English.
And you will learn Russian. You can learn Russian.
Choo-choo.
Yes.
I will see changes in your house really soon.
She will change my house into a home.
And perfect.
Yes.
Tell us about flying right now. You flew through the time, the COVID-19. We all have to remember about it.
I was concerned about that because I read, on the Visit Ukraine Today website that it would be required that you have a COVID test performed within 48 hours before you arrive in Ukraine. I showed them the passport and the insurance paper.
My goal in life, and I really love it, to say, okay, I'm going to remove her from the website with pleasure because she found the one, and I'm not going to see him as my client anymore, but I know they will always be my friends.
Yeah.
So guys, don't be afraid. Come, write letters, do the video chats, find the one who's going to be with you on Christmas, because the holidays are soon, and he's like a man. He has his woman on holidays with him. And if you don't have your woman yet, we're going to be glad to help you. Thank you very much.
Спасибо.
Hello, I'm Careful. Today I'm drinking Chinese tea. So do you want to try? If you want to try, just come China and come to our office. Very nice. Today our subject is falling in love with the translator. You may be laughed right now, but it's true. When you're traveling to a different country and there is a sun-side English-speaking girl in her 20s or 30s and take care of you and show you around in the city and show you the culture, it's very easy to build trust and have good feelings with her. My suggest is, before your fully feelings get involved with her so deep, asking first if she is single, and asking her if she, what is her plan for the future. Does she considering live in a different country? And does she want to marry to a Western man? If she has no plan to live in a different country and marry to a Western man, then you may be better use your valuable time to find the one who truly interested in you. Because this you stay in China, the time is limited, and getting know to a person need time. If she is very honest and sweet, and she also single, won't find a foreigner boyfriend, then maybe you can ask her out. Who knows? Maybe you two are good match. I have bet if you decide to ask her out, just stop using her as your translator when you go out with other women. I have seen Ken mentioned a few times in the past. If you go out with the woman and the woman speak English, if she offering to be your translator when you go out with other women, say no, because it's very bad idea. Also, don't be so honest about to tell her everything about your other dates, about how many ladies you already met and how many you're going to meet. This is very, very wrong. Most people, most women, they say, it's okay, you can date other women, and just make your decision later. But actually, every woman cares. Every woman wants a man who is interested in her only. So it's a very bad idea to tell her everything about your plans, your dates. And some people even talk about other dates with this woman. It's not good idea. Maybe just make her less interested in you. So you may say, you are not an expert. Yes, I am not an expert. I just doing the same thing, and I'm doing just having the same job in the past 13 years, and I will continue to do it. You also can follow your heart. Life is short. Enjoy every moment as long as you are happy. Okay, I will see you next time. And again, welcome to China. Bye bye.
Hello guys, this is Kate and welcome to Odessa again. A lot of guys asked about living here. So some of people, mostly people come here because of touristic goals, and that's normal because Odessa is really the heart of touristic life in Ukraine. There is still a lot of people who wants to come here and to live here. Somebody decided to do this because of the love. So we had couples previously, and now we still have couple who decide to come here and not live in the United States. And some of people, they even fell in love with these cities, fell in love with the way of living, with the food, with the culture. So they really decide to live here. So a lot of people, they ask, they interesting about cost of living here. And is it really comfortable, is it can be comfortable to live here if you retired abroad? My answer, yes, that can be really comfortable. If you have pension that you receive in the United States or in some of the European countries, that will be probably higher than here. Unfortunately, for now, that's true. I really hope that will be changed in the nearest future in our country. My grandma and several grandmas of my friends, they have little more than $100, and that's per month. Of course, they have apartments, so they're not renting. If you want to live in a good apartment, modern, it's apartment with good, well repaired, and in the center of the city or near the sea, yes, you will need to pay around $500 here per month, monthly, and plus utilities. If you want to find apartment cheaper, that will be, repairing and furniture from Soviet Union times, and that can be far from the center of the city, so in some calm districts, that can be rather cheaper. The next cost, how much you will need for food here. We showed several times our bills from the restaurants here, but of course, if you go to the grocery shops, that you can spend around $200 or $300 per month if you want to prepare at home, like really simply normal food, normal, well prepared. If you decide to go to the restaurants, so you can count. That's if you alone here, you can eat 3 times per day per $30. If you want to buy our local brands or our no-name clothes, that will be rather cheaper also. So I hope we answered on that questions for you. If you have questions about any other costs here and how much money you need for living here, of course you can ask us. I will be welcome to. I will be happy to answer that, and waiting for your reactions, waiting for your opinion about living in Ukraine. Is it appropriate idea for you or not appropriate?
Hello guys, my name is Oля and I'm with you again, telling you about tips in Ukraine. It is very easy to amount how much tip do you need to leave. You can just amount 10 or possible up to 20% and leave this money. Or possible you cannot leave this money at all. It's only your choice. But I want to tell you that in Ukraine it works in a very different way. You can amount some percent from your bill. You can just leave that amount of money that you think it's right, that it's okay. Do you like service or not? Or possible according to your opportunities. But local people in Ukraine can leave very different amount of tips. Other points as delivery service, some spa, massage or other kind of service. Possible that service that you use very often. People from that places as usual don't expect that you will leave some tips, but to leave some tips for them also is good manners. Possible if you use that service very often, you can bring your tips not in money. Possible it can be candies or some little presents which show your appreciation to that stuff. And I'm sure that people will be very happy to get it. Also, we can talk about tips for taxi. When you are in Ukraine, you use taxi very often, Uber or something like this. And there are some cases as well and different options. If you use Uber or Uklon or something like this, you can pay by card or by cash. And if you pay by card, your application will suggest you to include your tips at that payment. And you can agree with it or not. But if you pay cash, this is your choice to leave some tips to taxi driver or not. But this is only in the way if you order your taxi through the application. But if you want to take a taxi somewhere on the street, please be ready to pay twice only for service, because it looks as emergency taxi and you should pay for it. Also in Ukraine there are a lot of types of transportation. You can use not only taxi, you can use subway, trolley bus, buses and something else. Of course, it will be more cheaper for you and you can take it as your experience. Personally, me, when I'm somewhere abroad, I love to use it because it's different, it's very interesting. But if you invite your lady on a date, please don't do it. Understand that she is after work, that she is tired, she's in a beautiful dress and she would like to come to you, not to be tired by the trip, to be beautiful and not to go in a beautiful dress and high heels on subway somewhere else. And we have a lot of cases when a lot of our ladies live somewhere in suburb and somewhere a lot of far from city center. And she needs at least 2 stops to get to city center to meet you. In this way, your suggestion about taxi is a great idea, and you as a real gentleman and old-fashioned man should realize that we expect you to pay for this taxi for her. We are waiting for you very much and welcome to our Kiev.
So for example, people who are thinking about going to Ukraine, we usually tell, do not plan your trip around New Year's Eve, because New Year's Eve is the biggest holiday. People celebrate for like 2 weeks. So everything shuts down in Ukraine in the end of December, like 28th, 29th. And the holiday begins, so people start drinking, partying, and a lot of people have paid vacation till January 10th. There's also Christmas, so there's Orthodox Christmas on January 7th, so you will not catch anybody in town. It will be really difficult to arrange the dates, plus well, our staff needs some break. And actually Ukraine started celebrating Catholic Christmas too, so they're doing it both ways. They're doing it on December 25th and January 7th. They basically celebrating everything at this point. You know, key rule, do not talk about politics anywhere, any destination. It's really bad idea because you don't know whom you're talking to and there's excellent chance you're gonna offend someone. You know, in the United States, you know, it's very sensitive point of conversation. Whatever you support, you know, an upcoming presidential election, doesn't really matter. You know, if you're in a date with the girl and you just bring it up, you don't know, she might have the polar opposite opinion, you know, compared to yours, and just can start a heated discussion. And just will ruin the date. What if you actually like her? You know? So and the same thing, you know, and it's even worse when you're in a foreign country and start talking about politics. You're not gonna know enough about local life, about local history, and about local politics to have a, you know, informed discussion about it. So you know, it's just not a good idea to start it. So, you know, just keep it. And talking about USSR, guys, USSR collapsed in 1991. It's been 30 years ago. What to talk about? I mean, you know, there could be some good or not good, whatever, some miscellaneous memories. Of course, she can share something, you know, if she remembers USSR, if she was even born at that time. So maybe she can tell you some funny stories, you know, standing in line to buy toilet paper or a piece of soap. But overall, it's probably not the memories you want to bring up, and it's not subject you want to talk about. So it's generally a good idea to stay away from talking about religion, politics. It's just general rule of thumb of dating. As far as what language to learn, I would suggest to stick to Russian, because the parts of Ukraine that we go to, which is central and eastern, well, and southern Ukraine, people still speak Russian, really. I mean, well, Ukrainian is a national language, so of course everybody speaks their national language, but they also know, of course, Russian, because well, they learn it, they speak it. So yeah, I would highly recommend just stick to Russian. If you end up dating someone from a Western Ukraine, that's a whole other story. You definitely would need Ukrainian people in Western Ukraine do not speak Russian. They understand it, but it's it's a complicated situation there. Well, it's not complicated, but it's it's a lot of, it's very nationalistic, and they just refuse to speak Russian for political reasons, which is just which is fine. It's their right to speak their national language. But I'm just saying, there could be some challenges with Russian language on the western border. Everywhere else, you'll be just fine with Russian. And as far as how fluent you need to be before you go, you really don't need to be fluent. I mean, as long as you learn at least some phrases, ladies will appreciate the effort. First of all, they find it very cute, because foreigners try to speak, your language. It's charming. I mean, all guys say, well, I'm going to learn the language. Nobody really follows through that, to the end. John himself, just think how many years John been around, how many years John been married to Tanya. He still doesn't speak any Russian, thank God, I guess. So I mean, just learn a few phrases. But if you're really determined to become, fluent in Russian, it will be challenging to become fluent until you really start speaking it with a native speaker. So until you get there, you're not going to be fluent. But go ahead, learn some words, learn some phrases. It will be helpful. But in the end of the day, the lady would need to learn English. So if she doesn't speak English yet, she would be the one who would need to learn English, simply because, well, you guys are going to be living here. Your Russian is not going to do you any good. But she would need to be able to socialize, talk to other people, just live a normal life, and it's kind of hard to do when you don't speak the language. So hopefully that answers your question. From Oscar, another question: girls with degrees in Russia or Ukraine, is it hard for them to find good jobs? If so, why? Well, yeah, Russian degree or Ukrainian degree, for the most of it, will not help you much, because nobody gives a damn about Russian and Ukrainian degree. I have a Russian degree. Did it help me a bit? No. I mean, I can say I have it, for self-esteem purposes I can say that, but but really, so most of the degrees, especially if it's like engineering, lawyer, or something specific like that, it cannot be transferred. Some of the classes can be transferred, or if she's a medical professional, it will not be transferred for sure. So if she decides to go back to school and get education here, she can reevaluate her diploma. Some of the classes, in some cases a lot of it, and in some cases few of it, can be used towards her future education here, but unfortunately a lot of it will not be recognized, and when plus all her work experience will be related to work in Russia or Ukraine. So imagine her resume here, she's applying for whatever job it is, and employer looks at it and just say, well, here's some college from the country I don't know, and you worked in this field in a foreign country. I don't know how your experience is relevant to experience in the United States. So it will be challenging. So most likely, most of the people, when they move to the United States, they have to start from the bottom. They have to work their way up. So expect to come here and be to at the level where you were in your country. Very few people can do it. I mean, again, there are exceptions to the rules, but 90% of people have to start from the bottom. From Ed, how easy it is to get a fiancé visa for Ukrainian lady to come to the United States? what is required. For example, do they require a ring and the written document? Can I get several fiancé visas to bring multiple ladies here to the United States to see if they like it here? Well, the fiancé visa is, you're doing it with somebody whom you're actually getting married. In order to be eligible for a fiancé visa, you need to show proof that you've met in person, that you have established a relationship. So if you just correspond with someone online, you cannot file for visa and say, hey, I want this girl to come over and see what happens. Unfortunately, that you would not qualify for a fiancé visa with that. So you need to have a solid case. So you've met in person, you've been dating for quite some period of time, you have something to prove that, like your photographs together, your vacations together, your hotel receipts from visiting her country, so all that kind of stuff. So to prove that you have solid relationship, so you're actually engaged couple in real relationship. And there is, and then you file for fiancé visa. It takes, before pandemic, it was 6 months or so to get it. And once it's approved, she can come to the United States, and you guys have 90 days to get married. So yeah, you can't really bring random girls, because you would have to, so the point of getting married, you're not gonna marry a random person within 90 days. So yeah. And there is a limit on how many fiancé visas you can do. I believe it's 2 fiancé visas in. I don't want to give you the incorrect information here. You should check with the attorney, or you can double check on the government website on that. So there is 2 visas per certain amount of time, basically. Do you know any historical places to visit in Ukraine that both my date and I can enjoy? Well, again, Ukraine is a big country. Specify the city. I mean, there are a lot of historical places, and you probably would want. Actually, I would suggest to ask her. So this way, if you have her suggest places, she probably will start with the places that she would be interested in going to. So maybe she is interested in World War II planes. Who knows? She might be. And in this case, that would be her top suggestion. And again, she'll understand your desire to learn something, and she'll appreciate your desire to learn something, some of your history of your country. So that always would be good.
Hi, how are you doing? I'm Kiev from China office. Today we talk about your trip to China, and there may be a few things you need to prepare before you come here. First, internet connection on your phone. If you have internet on your phone, it will be very helpful when you're going out and when you want to do some research. You can have translation software on your phone, since China isn't an English-speaking country. If you go to a restaurant by yourself, you cannot talk to the waiter, then use your phone. We have a software for free, and we can assist you download it, but it requires you have internet on your phone. We have telephone renting service, but you are more familiar with your own phone, so it's better you have internet. And then the second is money. You can bring some cash and a bank card. Call your bank you are going to China. Otherwise, your bank might be blocked up your bank card, and when you're trying to draw money from the ATM, you find out your card not working anymore. Then you have to wait till the midnight and making phone call. Who knows how long you have to be held. So you better bring enough cash just in case you run out of the money. Most places will not take your credit card. Only 4 or 5-star hotels or big shopping mall. If you go to the city to see the city, or go to a restaurant, take a taxi, you only can pay by cash. Chinese doesn't carry cash with us anymore. We use WeChat Pay or Alipay, but it requires we have a bank card connected to the WeChat, and Chinese bank card only. So you cannot use it unless you have a Chinese bank card. And the expense here isn't so cheap. The restaurant, the food may be a little bit cheaper than your places, but it depends where you go and what you are ordering. Most of the place is normal price, and some seafood place can be very expensive. Normal restaurant, 2 or 3 person, 2 or 300 yuan is enough. 300 yuan is about $50 US. If you need anything or any assistance, just contact us and come to our office. Our staff will happily to assist you. And also we can show you the shopping mall close by and the supermarket close by or any request you have. I hope see you here. You will like here. Most our clients, when they come here and when they go back home, they say, I want to come here again. Really, China is big differences with I imagine. See you, bye.
Hello guys, my name is Ola and today we are sitting in a very cozy place named Moments. And next to me is sitting Violeta. She is one of the most beautiful girl on our side. Hello Violeta.
Hello.
Very nice to meet you. Tell us, how long are you on our side?
I have been on your side for 1 year and a half.
Did you have such experience before?
No, I hadn't had such experience before.
Why did you decide to join our side and to try to find your soulmate between the foreign men?
I am inspired by loved up couples from different countries.
And what features should have the man of your dream?
He should have a sense of responsibility, be caring and family-oriented.
Wow, this is one of the most features according to my experience. How do you imagine your first ideal meeting?
My ideal meeting will be a meeting after which I will be smitten. Just be yourself, try to show interest, be open and be honest.
What do you think people should do together to know each other more better?
I think they have to spend time together, to be honest and be open to each other, listen to their hearts and ask questions as many as they can. Ask questions about lifetime, about lifestyle, about interests, about hobbies, and don't hesitate to ask questions.
Very good. And you told that they should spend more time together. And what is your attitude to mutual traveling?
I think traveling is important to show your culture to your partner because we are different and it's great.
What do you think they can do together except traveling?
Involved in hobbies of each other, in different activities. If you like hunt, you may invite your partner for hunting. If you like cook, you may suggest cooking together. It's very interesting.
How did you begin your relationship according to your experience?
Usually we begin with correspondence. After some time we have a video call via Viber or WhatsApp and very important real meeting.
You want to say that to have correspondence before the meeting is very important?
Exactly.
Have you heard about our socials?
Yes, I have heard, but I haven't been yet. And I have heard a lot of positive feedback and comments.
And it's a very pleasure to hear such words that we have a lot of positive comments and reviews about it. And you're very welcome to our next socials in future.
I will come definitely.
Possible you can give some advice to our man who is on our side looking for their future wife here in Ukraine.
Believe in miracle, create your own fairy tale, and don't be afraid to open your heart for wind of change.
Possible you have some advice also to our ladies who is on our side. What for they should pay attention?
I assume I can give the same advice and let your heart run your head and you will realize that much made in heaven.
Thank you very much.
Hello guys, today is me and Kate and we want to talk about serious theme about prenup agreement. and pluses and minuses, understanding and not understanding. Prenup agreement, when people get married, how we accept it. I personally okay with prenup agreement. I know what it is. And Kate?
I mostly don't understand this idea because like a Slavic woman, and I was born in Russia, lived there a lot, and they're really strong about this idea. And Ukrainians are softer, I think, with this. But anyway, mostly people don't understand what is that and for what it says.
I'm okay with prenup agreement because, I don't know, maybe because I lived in the United States, I know how the rules are. In Ukraine, by the law, if you have something before you got married, that's absolutely yours. If you earn it in your marriage, that's half and half. In the United States, it's a little bit different. That's why they need agreement, prenup agreement. On another hand, the same by American law, if you get in divorce, you split in everything on half. So if a woman had something, she probably will want to have prenup agreement as well to protect her thing and to have everything. I understand that, yes, if my boyfriend will ask me, okay, I want to get married with you, but here you go, I want you to read the rules, how you have to live, I probably say, I'm sorry, I'm not gonna live. Okay.
No, really, yeah, that seems like I don't love you.
I don't love you, just, it's the time deal.
Yeah, you're for fun.
Yeah, time deal or something. But there are some, he can put all, everything on paper. Like, he wants to support her, he wants to do that. If he wants to put on her savings, let's say, to make sure that if something gonna happen, she's not gonna have problem of living, that he's gonna do that every year, or like percent of his salary, or she will do something for him, it's the same. But yes, in Ukraine, probably it's more difficult because we don't have it at all. Mm-hmm. We don't have prenup agreements, we don't have that at all. But I don't know, in the United States they have it, so they don't have problems. But I think for Ukrainian women, they can explain it as well.
But I think you need to really to study local laws before doing prenup anyway, because I, in my understanding, you can do even worse, because as you told, maybe American culture is about I need to make agreement for everything. I go for work I need agreement, at family I need agreement, anywhere I need agreement, and I can go for court if something happens. Here that's different. We have really a long list and long and wide list of laws, yes, and I understand if something happen in our family, so I can be protected from the government side. And as you told, I can have the half of everything that was earned together. Yes, but what I need to do if he wants, like just to take me to his country, to live here with me, and I will not work that time because I will raise kids, and then he will tell what. So I earn this money, and I don't know, you 60 years old already, and you cannot find the work and everything. I don't know, that's just difficult for us.
So there are plus and minuses in prenup agreement. You have to talk with your woman before if she's fine with that, because a lot of women are not fine with that. Some women are fine, but we're all different, and we just don't have it in our culture. That's why they need to talk, they need to explain. And if you have nothing but the debt behind you, like you're paying debt on your house, you're paying credit, you have credit cards, you have something, just don't even try to talk about it, because everything that you're gonna earn with her, is gonna be much more than you had before.
Yeah, by the way.
Yes, she probably gonna, with her help, with her together working and making money, you guys gonna build everything together. If you rent an apartment right now, or if you rent an apartment, if you have just car and you don't have house or something, I don't think there is something to talk about at all.
Yeah, and don't talk about this too early, please. Not in one week. Yes. Even not in the 7th, I think.
No, but asking her, what do you think about Ukrainian government? And then say, okay, I think United government is a little bit different. what do you think about American ways, prenup agreement, and hear what she's saying.
Yeah, generally.
Yeah,
Yes,
just
you
generally
understand.
asking her what she's thinking about prenup agreement and to see if she's gonna say, what, prenup agreement? No, that's just, no, never.
Mm-hmm.
And you need it, maybe, I don't know, you have, you earned money for early life and you want to protect yourself a little, then come to us, again, me, Kate, or any other girl in another city that works for AFA. We're going to tell you how in polite way to tell her, to convince her maybe, about prenup, and she will sign it.
I wish you good luck with this. Good luck.
Bye bye guys, see you in the next video.
My name is Lana, and I have a lot of experience matchmaking people and have a lot of information to share. Guys come a lot to meet Ukrainian girls to become their wives in future, or maybe girlfriends. And sometimes when people meet, I see some spark in their eyes and see some chemistry going on, but eventually they face some situation that may seem to be the conflict situation. When you meet someone in Ukraine, you know that this person and you have different histories of your family, different family histories, different family experiences, and to get to know each other, you got to get to know each other's history, the background, to understand each other's actions better. You're gonna be facing mentality luggage, you're gonna be facing cultural luggage, you're gonna be facing a lot of different experiences that people had in their previous marriages, and altogether that makes a lot to discuss between two people. But sometimes people do not know how to explain that to each other, and they act according their background without explaining it to their partner or to their friend that they just met. And that's how so-called conflict occurs. But there is no conflict. This all can be described, this all can be explained, and when you get the point, you probably become successful. Man and woman, when they match, they are two parts of one whole. They make one whole, like one body, one
big piece of
big
pie.
piece of pie. Yeah. In this pie, within this balloon, you cannot be competing each other. So everybody has their role. Conflicts, on the contrary, the guys who come from the US, they are looking for some family values here in Ukraine. But they are coming with a luggage that, from the US point of view, where partners are equal. Nobody is contradicting the equality here in Ukraine, but still we have this different philosophy, this different attitude in our culture. In Ukraine, the man is supposed to be the head of the family. There is only one president in the family. There are no two presidents in the family. There are no two bosses in the family. And woman plays her role in the family. She comforts, she takes care of inspiration, she takes care of kids, and you take care of kids too. But you take care of kids differently.
The woman ultimately glues down the household. Is that what you're basically getting at?
You glue down the household too, believe me.
Really?
Yes. You are a man. I cannot have your genitals. I cannot compete your masculinity. I don't want to be masculine, I want to be feminine. I want to be able to be a woman. I want you to open doors. I want to put on some heels and link arms. I want this kind of attitude. And some guys who come here, they are expecting to, they know about these rules generally, but they act conflict-wise just because they don't get this point 200% or 100%. They just know something about it. A bunch of women, they are considered to be scammers, bitches, just different kind of bad. If it doesn't work out, I spend this much, you got to give me half, you know.
So what's then the difference, I guess, in the way that Ukrainian men date women versus the way the foreigners date women? Is there any difference in regards to how they approach dating?
In this regard, Ukrainian men, they know exactly these rules, and they know exactly how to date. But some of them, they have drinking problem or they have some financial problem. But all of them know exactly how to date a girl. Even if you have bare ass, you know how to date a woman. Doing these little steps, taking her out, getting to know her, giving some calls, or maybe going out to drink some water on the bench. You know, there is no, here we don't have expectation. You like me to death, you can be starving, you're hungry, whatever, but you are already happy with what you have. So basically you have nothing, but I am everything because I sit close to you, we are talking, we are having fun, and you are happy with that. And that's how we share, that's how we learn to share, that's how you get to know me. Physically, it can be just some hand touch or some hug. This is it.
All right, thank you guys for watching, and if you want to continue watching, we're going to be introducing continuous topics about international dating. There are always going to be new topics, giving you new ideas, new concepts, and just basically introducing you to different types of cultures in regards to international dating. Kind of give you guys a heads up of what to expect when you decide to finally make that move and travel over to meet someone.
Thank you.
Hello guys! My name is Oля.
And I'm Vika.
And today we will discuss with you topical living expenses in Kiev. What is your usual amount of money you spend for living in Kiev for months? And how is it in compare with living for foreign guys?
It's hard to say because I've never been like for a long time abroad. So it would be difficult to count how much money would I need for living there. But in Ukraine, people live where, you know, they try to spend just a little of money on food and all the other stuff, and other people used to spend all their salary. Usually, like one person need at least like $400 or $500 for all expenses if this person has his own apartment and he doesn't need to rent it. Pensioners, they live for $100 or $200, so it depends. And my question is it expensive in Kiev to use taxi, or is it better to use public transport? And why most of the people use public transport instead of car? Why don't they use private cars for moving from home to office or any other destinations?
Each person used to live in some way. And if you used to use car or taxi, you cannot use subway tomorrow because it's a different type of living. And I can tell you that most of people, of course, live in somewhere suburb, and to get to the city center and to work, it takes approximately 1 hour or even more. And sometimes that people should make a stop or even 2 stops, 3 stops to get to the point of destination. Actually, a lot of our foreigners, they used to live in city centers, they used to walk a lot and to see all our nature, architecture and city. And if they want to go somewhere to restaurants or to some, I don't know, spas, servers, somewhere suburb, to see something interesting, of course they use taxi. And sometimes they rent car, what is, of course, more expensive. And I want to tell you, I understand that expenses for foreigners and local people are different, and if you have family, you have children, of course you spend your money for kindergarten, for school, for clothes, for some very general and typical things. But what about foreigners? What for should they spend money here in Kiev?
First of all, they must buy tickets. And tickets probably is the most expensive stuff in the whole process of preparation to the trip to Ukraine. After that, when a foreigner arrives here, he must take a taxi. It's nothing, let's say you will spend some $20 for taxi, but still. Another point is accommodation. So most of the foreigners, they use hotels, so they rent a hotel room, or they use different websites or use our service of our agency, and we propose accommodation like apartments of different level. It's more cheap than hotel, but again, it depends on the wishes of the client. Olga, my question to you: how to save money on the trip to Ukraine? What tips would you give our foreigners who say, oh, it's too expensive to go to Ukraine, I would never collect so big amount of money to go there?
Very interesting question, thank you. I will be a little rude, but I want to tell that to travel somewhere, at least it's not cheap. Therefore, if you travel to Ukraine or other place, be ready please to spend your money. At least you spend it at home as well. The reason to come to Ukraine is to find your love at our agency, to meet good people, to make good friends, to try our national food. It's really very great and not expensive. And there is one more reason to travel to us, to see us, and we are very welcome to see you here and to help you with all this stuff. And welcome to our Kiev!
Welcome! Join our website, our YouTube channel, put some comments and questions below this video, and we will keep going with our videos. See you!
Hello guys, my name is Anna, and today we're in beautiful city Nikolaev. Nikolaev is south of Ukraine, it's 100 miles from Odessa, and Nikolaev is famous as the city of brides. Because many years ago when the city was founded, it's the shipbuilding city. So the hard-working guys were coming here to build the beautiful city, to build the ships for all Russia, Ukraine, for all the Europe. And because girls knew that there's a hard-working guys working here, and probably because they were more rich than somebody else, the girls from all over Ukraine were coming to this city. Were coming to Nikolaev to find the ones. And that's why they call it City of Brides, because there were many, many beautiful single girls coming here. And right now, this city is still famous as beautiful girls, because the blood mixing, the culture mixing is still here. The beautiful girls are still from here. I'm from Nikolaev, what you can say? Nikolaev is a smaller city. The population of Nikolaev is just 400,000 people, which of them a lot of girls, a lot of single girls. Nowadays, because we had war on east of Ukraine and the shipbuilding is not that famous right now, so the guys doesn't have much work here. So they have to go abroad to find work, to make money, to feed the families. And all of that is coming to the point that there is not a lot of guys in the city. We don't have many clubs here. We don't have place to go out here. The only thing that you can do is to meet your family and to meet your friends. So it makes them more homegirls, I can say that, and very nice girls that will appreciate your interest, that would appreciate your support, that would appreciate your interest in them, and will be happy to have a cup of coffee with you, to have a small talk, to meet you. So if you want to come and meet the small city girl, but not village one, Nikolaev is the place for that. Just 5 minutes walking distance from the central street in Nikolaev, called Sovetskaya Street, you can find beautiful place, beautiful hotel named Ingul. Ingul is a historical place where our clients usually stay in, and there is a bar outside where you can have a cup of coffee and meet your lady. There's a beautiful places around where you can go, like 5 minutes walking distance from here. And special thing that our office is located right here. Our office is on the first floor of the Hotel Ingul. Our offices are open for you, working days, working hours, and we're on the phone, of course, with you 24/7, where you can find information, when you can get our support. And there's a Hotel Ingul, old hotel, one of the first hotels in Nikolaev. Nice, interesting, and let's go inside and check if there is somebody there. It may there is an interpreter that can tell you more about our city. Hello, Svetlana.
Hello, Anna. Welcome to Nikolaev.
Thank you. Do you have time to tell us a little bit more about office, about work here?
Sure.
Thank you. Thank you. Svetlana, first of all, thank you for having us here, for having chat with me. Tell us about Nikolaev girls more. Is there any difference between Nikolaev girls and Kiev girls, let's say?
Yes, sure. There is a difference. First of all, Nikolaev is smaller city, as you know, and girls here are more quiet, I would say, more family-oriented. They are not high-maintenance, and they will value men more, I would say.
So today we showed you our small, nice, beautiful city Nikolaev, which is close to Odessa, which is easy to get to, and a lot of guys like it. With a lot of single girls, we showed you its culture, girls, interview with women, office, hotels, bars, restaurants, McDonald's. You can find everything in the small city of Nikolaev. Come visit with us, with AFA, with loveme.com. We're gonna help you in everything. Meet your favorite girl, meet the one who will be the one for all your life with us. And we love our city, we love our Ukraine, and we will be happy to show you more.
Hello guys, today we are sitting in cozy place, Italian cafe with the name of Rucola, which is a walking distance from our office on Independence Square. And today we invited beautiful Irina. Hello Irina. Hello. Irina is not on our website yet, but she decided to register just recently. And today we are going to talk about New Year celebration in Ukraine. And our guest Irina will help me to tell you more about our Ukrainian celebration of New Year, because it's considered to be a big holiday here. How do Ukrainian women dream to celebrate this holiday?
For Ukrainian women, this is the biggest family holidays, and every girl dreams of meeting this holiday in the arms of beloved man, in the circle of friends and family. Wear a beautiful dress and spend unforgettable evening, be it at home or in a restaurant.
Okay, great. And what preparations do we usually make and what dishes do we prepare for New Year?
We respect our traditions and we prepare our national dishes. For example, Olivier salad, herring under a fire coat, bake meatloaf, and for our children we prepare ginger cookies.
And what traditions do we follow on this holiday?
It is traditional in our country to put a Christmas tree at home and decorate different toys, ribbons, tinsel and silver cascade. It is very popular nowadays, stylistical design of a Christmas trees, according by colors of the next year. Also, we decorated our home by which create a cozy and holiday atmosphere.
Is there any kind of special souvenirs that foreign men can buy in Ukraine at this period of celebration New Year?
Embroidered shirts, national Ukrainian towels, pottery, Petrikivka painting, and different handmade jewelry.
Well, and my final question to Irina will be a little bit tricky. Maybe you would give us, our foreign guests, 3 reasons of why they should come to Ukraine for New Year celebration. What special things they will find here?
Christmas holidays in Ukraine will give you bright, unforgettable impressions and new friends. Plunging into the authenticity traditionals, you will feel the unique spirit of New Year and Christmas celebration in Ukrainian style. Welcome to Ukraine!
Welcome, guys. We will always be happy to see you here, no matter what time of the year you will come. Our beautiful women that no matter what weather, what time of the day or what season, they are always ready for love, for you, for dating, for finding future husband, for opening their heart to new changes, new, some chances in their life. I mean, new relationship, new man, new family, new country when they move to, for instance, to America or any other country. So please just be brave, don't worry. It will be unforgettable experience for you, and we are always happy to see you in Kiev, in all other cities of Ukraine. See you and welcome.